Welcome, everyone, to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and gorgeous PNC Park. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch coming your way next. Ready to go? Digging in, TJ Friedel.
The center fielder, TJ Friedel.
And a pitch. Just off the outside edge. And we're underway in Pittsburgh. Swings through that one for strike one.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Badu hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's Tim Anderson.
Batting second, the second baseman, Tim Anderson.
Anderson, multi-time All-Star, 32 years old, usually a shortstop, but today he's starting at second base. Out to short. On to first. And they take care of Anderson for the out. Now at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz.
We talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, one thing he'll find is that a lot of the time the play is to your back. You're moving.
Oh, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Here's the third baseman, Key Ryan Hayes.
The third baseman,
And he deals. And it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball go deep.
O'Neal Cruz now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. And he blows that one by him at 100.
They can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Ball one there. On the ground to short, could be 2. Good feed, that's 1. Over to first, safe. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Jack Sawinski. Kickoff move to first. And a foul ball. Swings through that.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
The punch out there. That's out number 2. Up to the plate, it's Brandon Belt. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. First pitch just misses. Cruz, the runner at first with 2 gone. They say you win.
1-1.
Righty delivers. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
That was straight queso right there.
That one not close. And the count's even at 2. Wouldn't chase that time.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Kicks and deals. That's out to center field. On his way over. Brings it in. And that's the 3rd out. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Will Benson. Skenes back to work. That clips the zone. Going 1. That clips a corner.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the block. And over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And the righty deals.
That's the ball. 2-2.
Towards first. He handles it himself and quickly one away in the second. Next for Cincinnati, Christian Encarnacion Strand. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
The 1-1 is fouled off. One out, base is empty. Another 1-2. Got him swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. 2 outs, base is empty. Profar climbs in on that left side. That one missing inside. Breaking ball through there for a strike. The 1-1. Now a screamer into the outfield. Profar is out, and that is that. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. That one outside, and that's ball one. Left field. Fair ball.
Just a blue hit behind third right there. That's a really tough play for a third baseman or shortstop to get to, and the same for the left fielder. So he just found a perfect place to drop that one in right there.
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Couldn't chase that time.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Now it's Hunter Renfroe.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on an 8-game hitting streak.
And he swings through that one. Fastball for a strike.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Got it by him for the K. Gabriel Moreno, the next Pirate to hit. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. Makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Pittsburgh, top half of the third inning, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati. Yanni Hernandez. Edge of the zone, called a strike. 1-1. On the ground, right side. And one away in the top of the third. And here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
And that drops in for a strike.
0-1.
Late with the swing there.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
That one's upstairs, ball one. Going to count 1-2. On the ground, Cruz fires to first on the run. And a couple of quick outs. Stuart Fairchild will hit next. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And a good eye there. Top of the third, no score. Flares it into the outfield, and that's a fair ball. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the Reds' leadoff man, T.J. Friedel. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in. Right through there for a strike. Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
And a base hit right there. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits. Now the number 2 hitter, Tim Anderson. Breaking ball in there for a strike. And that one fouled off. First and second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. That one down the line, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. 1-0.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
The shortstop takes a ball.
No strike.
Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the second game of the series. Pitch misses there. Full count now. Popped up to the left into foul ground. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here at PNC Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. At the plate for Pittsburgh, Akil Baddoo. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. Going 1. Got the bat going too soon at strike 2.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Got him swinging. Now batting Key Brian Hayes. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. In the air, left field. Fairchild settles underneath it. Makes the catch for the out. Out number 2. Here's O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
1 strike.
Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Calls it in to end the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Will Benson. Benson, 27 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. The right-hander back to work. Late swing, foul to the left. The 0-1. Late on that fastball.
No ball. 2 strike.
That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The wind and the pitch. Stays alive. The pitch. Good job to fight that one off. 1 and 2 now. Popped up. Hayes under this one. And out number 1 on the grab. So digging in, Christian Encarnacion Strand. Right through there for a strike. And that's off the inside edge. 1 and 1. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 balls. 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Here's the 2-2. Swung on, belted. Renfroe moving back for it. And it bangs off the foul pole. Home run. It just got out of here. And they tack one on the board. It's 2-0.
Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something. But really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
Now batting Jurickson Profar. Right-hander kicks, deals. That one in triple digits.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
And that gets down for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Just missed. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. The high heat too much on that one. Here's the catcher, Adrian Del Castillo. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 outs. And that one fouled off. And a pitch. Right through there. Got it. 3rd out. Bottom of the 4th. And now the center fielder, Jack Sawinski. As he turns on the rubber. And with that good live arm delivers. Encarnacion Strand. And he handles it himself for the out. And now Brandon Bell. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Bell finds the corner. 0-1 on Bell.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
That one misses in the dirt. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Brendan Donovan, the next Pirate to hit. And he's already singled in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Friedel puts it away, and that'll do it. And we're back, ready now for the 5th inning. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Stuart Fairchild. That's in there, and that's strike 1. The wind of the pitch. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Next for Cincinnati, TJ Friedel, 1 for 2. And that's outside. Ball 1. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Righty to the plate. Misses inside. Now 2 balls and a strike. That one ripped right center field. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got himself a triple. Here's the second baseman, Tim Anderson. Outside. And that is ball 1. Just missed.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms.
Hit hard, base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's 3-zip.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
De La Cruz, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front. One run across in the frame so far. We're at the top of the fifth. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the Reds' cleanup hitter, Will Benson. Close but called a ball. And that's ball one. Just missed. Anderson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. To third, and it's through for a hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
Encarnacion Strand in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. In the air, out towards left center. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Back here in Pittsburgh, and now the DH, Brian Reynolds. And the pitch. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0. Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball left side. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a 1-2 again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Goes down looking for the strikeout. He's got to be frustrated with that call. To Renfroe at the plate.
Renfroe.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Friedel sizing this one up. 2 away now. And now the catcher comes up to him. Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Friedel flashes the leather on the run. Back here at PNC Park, top 6. Now it's the DH on the mound now for the Pirates, Bailey Falter.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
The wind of the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Renfroe in position, hauls it in for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Now the third baseman, Yanni Hernandez. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. The lefty fires. Just off the outside edge, and the count is 1-1. On the ground at first. And he takes it himself for the out. Here's the catcher to hit, Adrian Del Castillo. Ball 1, no strikes. And misses inside.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic.
3-1.
Next pitch in for a strike. Counts full, 3-2. And that's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Del Castillo off of first with 2 away. Next pitch is downstairs. Ripped on a line. Sawinski right there to make the grab. And that'll do it. Bottom bottom of the 6th. At the plate for Pittsburgh, COL W. And there's the strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Next pitch way upstairs. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. One down. Brian Hayes digs in now.
That's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
Straighten him up a little bit. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering misses down and away. And another ball. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Friedel settles underneath it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Up next for the Pirates, O'Neill Cruz. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Left-hand hitter waits. So now 1 and 2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
And they'll do it again. Kicks and fires. Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
He seems to have lost a little bit of focus on executing that pitch right there, not staying through the target, and clearly not the release point he wanted.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Fought off foul. At the belt and fires. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, T.J. Friedel. Inside, just missed. Falter. Measures 6 feet 4 inches. 28 years old. And he was a 5th round pick back in 2015. And now the lefty.
Ball 3.
And a strike in there. He swings and fouls one off. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Cruz out to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Tim Anderson. Pitches in the dirt, ball 1. Strike to Anderson.
1-1.
Base is empty, 1 away here in the top half of inning number 7. So a foul ball makes it 1 and 2. Fair ball.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
De La Cruz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. And that's a strike. And a pitch. And that just misses. Anderson leads off first with one away. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one almost got him. The pitch. And there's ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Will Benson, the next to hit for the Reds. 1 for 3. And that one in the air center field. Sawinski under it. Nabs it. 2 down. And now the first baseman, Christian Encarnacion Strand. He's already homered in this game. And the first offering is not close. Wouldn't chase that time. First and second, 2 down. Here in the second game of the series. Bounced up the middle. And that chance handled. Now a jump throw. And very nicely done for the out. Bottom of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Greene back to work. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Well, he's back out there to begin the 7th. That surprised you at all, Chris?
Yeah, a little bit. It was a little rough the 6th inning there, but his skipper's got a lot of confidence in him. But trust me, they will keep a close eye on how he does in this one.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And one away in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Reynolds here. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it hits the fence. Into second with a double. And they've got something brewing now.
All over that one right there. Nice job going the opposite way with it. Letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Man at second. Popped up. Has a beat on it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
And a foul ball.
These fans, they are ready to cheer about something.
Man on second, 2 down. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Coming around third is Reynolds. He scores, and it's now a 2-run game.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice swing to drive that pitch up the middle. Could have easily been out in front on the off speed and pulled off of it, but he was looking to use the big part of the field, and he executed his plan perfectly.
Friedel moving under this one. Corrals it. And that ends the inning. For the top of the 8th, and now the DH, Jurickson Profar. Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Colin Holderman. This is his 5th appearance of the year. And a pitch. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Holderman. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Multi-hit game for him now, and with the lack of results he's been having lately, I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
And a curve misses outside.
I think it's the deception, his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable when you only see him once.
Oh, that ball drilled back up the box and nailed the pitcher. And they get the out after the ricochet. Adrian Del Castillo, the next to hit.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
That one's in there. And it's 0-1. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to know what you're able to do instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is. Stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And it's second. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one opts against the fence. The run comes in from second, and they're up by 3. And he's got a double.
Big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Great hands on that swing to take the inside pitch and drive it into the gap for the double. It's easy to spin off a pitch like that, Boog, and you can pull that thing foul, but that was perfect.
Bounce to third. Hayes zips it to first. He's out. TJ Friedel, the next to hit for the Reds. Popped up right side. Donovan pulls it down and he makes the catch. And that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Sam Moll. Back to the top of the lineup. And now the Pirates leadoff man, Ke'Bryan Hayes. That's inside.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Just a great approach. Looked like that was exactly what he wanted to do with that pitch. And right off the bat, he knew he was taking that wide turn at first to head for second.
Cruz at the plate now. That's ball 1. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. Now he decides against it, and he's back in at second. So up next, Jack Sawinski. And that's a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Number 20, J.B. Martinez.
Fouled off down the right side. The tying run at the plate. Late on that fastball.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Oh, he hit him. And that got him pretty flush.
Well, the pressure is already high, and now it's been cranked up to another level. And his thumb must be spinning out there on the ground. He's got to find a way to slow things down. That breathing technique, Boo. Let everything out.
Popped up. Benson on his way in. Brings it in. And there's 2 down. Next is the DH. A switch hitter, Brian Reynolds. And that one fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Next offering is downstairs. That one backed up the middle, and it gets through. One runs in. Now a second crosses the plate, and now they trail by 1.
Now that at bat had a lot riding on it, certainly.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Reds, number 31.
These are the spots where relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. And fouled off. With the tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. That misses the zone. And the count 1-2. So the tying run at second. Got him. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity. So remaining in the game defensively, Ezekiel Duran. He entered the game to pinch hit and now mans second base. Also into the ball game, Jose Miranda. He takes over as the new first baseman. In now for the Reds, Tim Anderson. Genesis Cabrera taking the mound.
He's doing the ball very well overall this season. He's been really tough to get to. You see that ERA, and that's where you love to be.
As the lefty gets to work. And that's outside. Ball 1. Just missed.
2-0.
Swing and a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That one finds the corner, and it's 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone. In the air, right field. Badu snags it on the run. And ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Will Benson. First offering, and it just misses. And another ball. In the air out to center. Settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Christian Encarnacion Strand getting ready to hit. There's a strike.
0-1.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Not even close there. Now 1-2. He goes down looking. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Alexis Diaz.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Moreno in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and a strike.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
That one missed.
2-1.
One-run game, bottom 9. Struck him out of the front door breaking ball. Kyle Badu, the next Pirate to hit. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit. So the 1-out hit turns the lineup over.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight. Now a chance for Brian Hayes. And he chases a high fastball there. Wouldn't chase that time.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Way inside. Hit in the air, right field. And there's 2 away. Last chance now for the Pirates. And down to shortstop, O'Neal Cruz. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Lifted to left, and this should do it. And he makes the catch. Ball game, and the Reds even up this 4-game series in a game apiece.
Sometimes it takes just getting away from home. Players can sort of come together, connect a little bit more than they do when they're at home with their families, and that can breed to success on the field, as we saw in this game today. Excellent win by this team.
4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining me.
Score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 4 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They left 10 runners on base. For the Pirates, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight.